is Daf Yerushalmi Demai. In the article is Bahar edition. It is Daf Nun Ches Aleph at the Mishnah, and in the Vilna it is Daf. Right at the bottom. That's the Mishnah. Yisrael Shkibah Mekoyev Levi, Yisrael who was a sharecropper in the land of a Kohen or a Levi. Maisus by the Maisus goes to the owners. Shomer Hakartani Shekibel Sadem Yerushalmi. Kartani is somebody who lives in the outer cities, opposed to somebody who lives in Yerushalayim. Ma'aser Sheni Yerushalmi. A similar way, the Ma'aser Sheni belongs to Yerushalmi because Ma'aser Sheni is in Yerushalayim. Say no. Yochol Kartani, the person lives outside Yerushalayim, can go up. So therefore, as opposed to Yisrael, can't become a Levi or Kohen. Therefore, the outlander can keep the Ma'aser Sheni for himself. Says Rabbi Shmuel, Ilu Kohen Tamei Sheshutav Im Tor. If a Kohen Tamei, according to Rabbi Shmuel, imagine, a Kohen Tamei who was a shutaf with a Kohen Tor. In other words, he was the sharecropper, whatever the case may be. That Kohen Tamei can't eat the truma right now. So do I say that since right now we can't eat the truma, all the truma goes to the Kohen? Shema Chokim and Maisros? They don't do the Maiser? So says Gemara, that's not similar. Tamid Yochol U'Morchel the Kohen Toher Acher. In the case you just gave me, he has capacity to dispose of it immediately at a profit. I saw it to another Kohen who is Torah. Baram Hacha, but here the Gra changes the next two words. The next word, right? The Yochel to Tzorich. Tzorich HaKartani Alos Echol Yerushalayim. The Kartani has to go up in Yerushalayim. In other words, at this moment, there's no way that he can make use of the Ma'aser Sheni. And therefore, since he has to go to Yerushalayim anyway, it belongs to the one who is more convenient, the person living in Yerushalayim. And you have to say that we're doing because the question is what the das of the stam das is, and that's their machlokas. The stam das in a shutvus of this sort to give it to the person for whom it's more convenient, or stam das since I have the capacity to use it at some point to keep it. It's very big, very simple. Halacha Dalid says the Mishnah. Here you're sharecropping not land but trees, olive trees. So Makabel Zaysim Shemen, he received olives to return oil. Kashem Shchokim Mechulin, Kach Chokim B'Truma. Just like they divide up chulin, so they divide up truma. In other words, it's not like as Gemara's going to say, it's not like land where everything is on the Baal Bayis. Here they divide it up. Rabbi Yomer Yisrael Shkibah Mekohen Levi, Yisrael who received a olive from a Kohen Levi. Zaysim and Shemen, olives make oil. The Chaim takes out the next word O. So Lamach is just a Lamachzi Schar. In other words, the same principle, the 50-50 division of the proceeds. Hamaisis Labailin. The Meiser goes to the owner. In other words, he's got the Meiser goes to the owner, just like that's the case in the previous Mishnah by Yisroel Shkibah Kohen Levi Hamaisis Labailin Halacha Gimel, which was a few minutes ago. Okay, so the Gemara says we had a Halacha Gimel, so do we have an Halacha Dalet? Rabbanim love to say Sagarka. Rabbanim don't say the same thing. They say, no, the olives are different cheshbon. Land is one cheshbon. Olives are different cheshbon. They're not necessarily the same. Now, as next Gemara, the Ridbaz changed the Girsa. The Reb Chaim goes with the Girsa, which is intact, but it's very difficult as explanation. I'm going to go with the Shatar Yisrael and how he changes it. About the Gra, of course, changes as well. The way the Shatar Yisrael is similar to Ridbaz, but a little bit more glatt. So now it says, Me'ata in Yizbar uh, uh, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Eliezer. Actually, that's what that is. He must have had a gear. He had a girsa Rebbe. We don't have that girsa, so our girsa works out. So in Yisbo, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Eliezer, the Rabbi Eliezer Amar Hamaisu Shalohen. Shamanas came bo. He says, and the Maisu belongs to them. That's why that was the assumption of the sharecropping agreement. Um, now this hachi he takes out. He says, and the next thing should be masnisa lo omra kain. Uh, uh, Instead of hachi koim leish kiba you saw a ma'aser shalem and as kain bo seems to be repetitive. So there he takes that out and he says that it should really say masnisa lo omra kain. The following brayso indicates that that's not the case. How so? It says paraso shel kohen. The cow of the Kohen. So it's a Shuma Eitz Yisrael, which was he gave out to a Yisrael sharecropping type arrangement to raise it. So it's Shuma Eitz Yisrael. V'yoda Bechor gave birth to a Bechor. Ha Bechor the Kohen. The Bechor goes to the Kohen who owns the cow. Diva Rabbi Yehuda. That's Kohen Rabbi Yehuda. Rachamim omrim. Ein Bechor el Shneim. Bechor belongs to both of them. So before we go on, from here we prove that the reason of Rabbi Yehuda is not because Zeisim are Kakarka, because by a cow, he also holds that the Bechor goes to the Kohen. So it must be a different reason. So it must be that the reason is because anything which originally belonged to the Kohen, the matanos in general, automatically go to the Kohen. But if we continue on, they said, hey, what about my this mission? Don't you concede that the meiser of the Sadeh belongs to the Kohen or Levi, who's the owner? They say, Sadeh Gufa the Kohen, because the field itself belongs to the Kohen. The Vapara Gufa l'Shneim, but the para, its body belongs to both of them, meaning that there is well, before I do it, let me make sure this. Yes, because Yisrael has, as part of the sharecropping deal, he has rights, ownership rights in the body of the behemoth. As the Pnei Moshe says, Yisrael accepts this agreement. Yesh lo begufa para. He has a shibud in the gufa para be'inyan tzchara. He has a shibud for his wages. Vavlot or whatever money they're going to realize from himself. Vavlot shemena, and he also part of a deal in the sharecropping things that the vlados go to the what's it called? The person who raises the cow. By Yisrael, Yachol Yitain Chelko Leis Kon Shiyirtza. Yisrael give his chet to anyone he wants. Well, I went back in line. Never mind. So, but that's the point. Sorry, he says. Moshe says it's an achrayus of both of them, as we're going to see in a moment. So he says again. Chachamim say no. The soda, the body belongs completely to Kohen. There's no ownership rights for the sharecropper. Para gufa here, but the para has ownership by both the person who owns it and the person who's raising it. Afa para ma'isa gufa Kohen. In theory, if you had a case where the goof of the para belonged completely to the Kohen, and the person who raised it had no rights in it, and no intrinsic rights, so then you'd say the same thing. You're right. Then we concede to you the point. Kohen, Vitani came, and we learned the Bryce to this effect, which is Hasham Bachrayus. Hasham, sorry, if you give a para to another guy to raise. So then, It's in the chrayas of both of them. The uh, they have a split, a joint ownership in it. The socher, it says here by mocher, but the gra and the Ritbaz change it to hasocher ba'achrayus hanoisin. If the somebody rents out the a cow, so then the achrayus remains on the seller. He's just a renter. It wasn't like a sale, which is here where there's joint ownership. Kohen shenasa mos Yisrael. Kohen gave Yisrael money to acquire fruit, and they're going to split up the profits. Omar lo, and he said to Mosiru Pichsu Shali. So the if the price goes, the person who's the money has to be in Makabel some of the achrayas, the Ezu Neshek Sugya. So there shouldn't be ribis. So it, the coin says if they go up in value or they go down in value, that's on me. But meiser shalach, I'm giving you the meiser as your schar tircha. Okay, again, that's your there thing. So there's going to be ribis. You have to take on yukra bezula, and you also have to take on give him schar for his tircha. So that's okay. It says Gemara that's mutar. Yisrael shnasa mos kohen likach lo ben peiros amachzi schar. What about the other way around? Yisrael gives money to Kohen to buy him fruit and they're going to split the proceeds. Armalo, he said Hosiro Pirsu Shali. Again, goes up and down, that's on me. But Meiser Sholach, and the Meiser is yours, the Kohen's. Im Nasal Schara Mutter. You still have to pay for the Schara Tircha. This doesn't count. We love Usser. Otherwise, it's Usser. Why? Because anyway, he would have gotten the Meisers. He could have gotten the Meisers. So even though he possibly wouldn't have given this coin away to the Meisers, nevertheless, it doesn't. I think the optics are bad, right? But he's not going to actually. It looks like you're not giving him anything, so you have to give him schar tircha besides that. And that brings us precisely to the bottom of the Chesed on the article. So we'll stop here for today.